Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Powerful storm heading this way for the weekend, and let's get into it and show you what it's going to do. Now, I'll give you just the preface first off. This storm system, the track is, two things are important on this storm. The track is important. The track is important because that shows you whether you get rain or snow, and also the pressure gradient and the wind gust capability is important on this one, and I'll show that to you as we go in there. You know what, I figured Friday, hey, the Tigers are practicing down in Lakeland, Florida, so we might as well try to pretend that spring is just around the corner, right? So let's get to it. And you're watching MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the morning weather update. Good morning, Bob Warner. And good morning, Cindy. I'm not even going to try that one, from Bay City. Half the names from Bay City I could not pronounce. All right, so we already have a winter storm watch in effect for the western part of the state, and winter storm watches for the UP. Okay. Someone wants me to tell the Flint they're just going to get rain. Most of it is just going to be rain. And I do want to tell you one thing. First off, okay, this is not a major snowstorm for lower Michigan. This is not a major snowstorm because of the track. I'll show that to you. It is an all-out blizzard for the western two-thirds of the UP, and it is a big wind maker with gusts to maybe 60 miles an hour, but a lot of 50 to 55 mile an hour gusts, but maybe 60. By the time we get into Sunday. So here we go. So there you see where the advisories and the watches are in effect. Hey, Melissa Craven from Imlay City. And Britain, or is that Brighton? Brett from Adrian. Going to Chicago Sunday. It is a windy drive. That will not be the greatest drive. Okay, so here we go. We're into today, and today has dry weather across Michigan with the storm forming out to the west. And let's go into tomorrow morning. Sunrise, still dry across lower Michigan. Storm coming out of the Rockies. And let's go to Saturday evening. Storm center in Missouri. And this is why I say it's not a snowstorm for lower Michigan, because the storm's going to track from Missouri to the eastern UP and pull lower Michigan into the warm sector. But also I want you to notice all of the pressure lines, okay? Especially as we go from Sunday or Saturday evening to Sunday morning. The storm rapidly deepens, and look at all the pressure lines. We're still in kind of a lull in the wind in southern lower. We're in the warm sector, so we're all over to rain. This is also not an ice storm. That's the good news too. An initial burst of ice for 1 hour could come in, but then it all melts off, and that is good news. Yes, hold on to your roof shingles in Auburn Hills. And good morning, Tammy Plummer from Fowlerville. Dolores Wade, hello. Hello, Scott Beaver from Earth and Parma. Okay, now, Sunday afternoon, the colder air comes in. We start to change to snow showers. Not anything real heavy across most of the area. Maybe northwest lower, a little bit heavier in the lake effect. Snowing across the UP and windy. And my rule of thumb is a 5 mile an hour gust for every one of these pressure lines. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in lower Michigan. And that gets you to the 60 mile an hour, potential 60 mile an hour gust, and easily gets you to the 50 mile an hour gust. When? Probably, you're looking at it right there, not so much early Sunday morning, but probably by early afternoon. And then we are into Sunday evening, 7 o'clock. Snow showers, windy, cold, still strong wind gusts, blowing snow, visibility, hard to tell because of 1 or 2 inches of snow blowing around. And when does it turn safe again? This is Monday morning, 7 a.m. Not as much wind. Look at how it dies down some. Still breezy, still some snow blowing around, but by midday on Monday, the winds come down quite a bit. So my advice would be, if you could avoid traveling on Sunday, you would be real smart to do that. Okay, so timeline on this. What about driving to Indianapolis at, let me get to that question again. What about driving to Indianapolis at 10 a.m. and back to Lansing 10 p.m. Saturday? That shouldn't be really too bad. Okay? All right, so here we go. Saturday morning, 7 a.m., radar forecast, dry. Saturday, midday, maybe an initial burst of freezing rain on the leading edge of this short time period. Okay, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, rain showers. Saturday night, rain showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Sunday morning, rain showers. And by Sunday afternoon, back to snow showers. Fly out Sunday GR to Chicago, yes or no? Rough. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what they do with 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. I think they may delay on an extreme weather situation. I'd drive to Chicago if that's where you're going. Probably be safer than flying, or better at least. Okay, Saturday's temperatures. Saturday evening, the warmth starting to come in. Do I think it may cause flight complications? Yes, I do believe that at 50, 60 miles an hour, they would. Hey, good morning, Waukegan, Illinois. That is my hometown. Quonset Hut Pizza, right? And here we go into Sunday. Look at Sunday morning. Temperatures in the 50s. That's why I say you are not going to have a snowstorm in lower Michigan as far as heavy accumulating snow. And even into Sunday afternoon, and then as we get into Sunday night, rapidly colder temperatures, and that's when roads could start to freeze. Let's take a look at the wind gust. This is the wind gust forecast. This is Saturday. Not bad. We're looking at the oranges as being the problem, okay? And we go into Sunday morning. Notice where the storm center is. Good learning lesson too. Under the storm center, the winds are a lot lighter, and then the winds usually pick up around the outside of it. Okay, so here we are into midday, early afternoon Sunday, and that's when the strong winds pick up. These are in knots, 42 to 46, so that translates to about 45 to 50 mile an hour winds. But again, you could have some gusts higher than that. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and then Monday morning, 7 a.m., the wind's really starting to come down. And so that should give you a great feel for when the wind is dangerous to travel in. And finally, the snowfall. Again, not a big snow. As we go through this thing, northern lower, 2 to 4 inches, but big snow in the UP with 60 mile an hour winds. That is a flat out blizzard. So you don't want to go anywhere past about here westward in the UP this weekend, because it will be dangerous. What's Monday's forecast for driving from Jackson to Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Grand Rapids? Sally Sherwood, excuse me, it will be better because the winds will have died down, the precipitation will have ended. It will be a lot colder. I can't say it's going to be perfect, but it's certainly going to be a lot better than what it will be on Sunday. So there you have it. Good travel day today. Decent travel day on Saturday, at least for the first, at least let's call it for the daylight hours. And then nasty travel on Sunday. Wind, rain changing to snow showers, 1 to 3 inches. Not a big snow across lower Michigan, but blowing around. So that's hard to say how that will react. It certainly wouldn't be good. I wouldn't travel if you didn't have to on Sunday. High profile vehicles, truckers with empty trailers, RVs, campers, snowmobile trailers. No, not on Sunday with that kind of wind. What direction will the wind blow from? It'll be out of the west, David Hernandez, west-southwest. So I guess we get ready for another blast of winter. Kim wants to know, Hillsdale to Owasso on Monday. Dry conditions. I would say the roads will have improved considerably by then. How will this affect Lake Michigan? That's a good question. Just a whole lot of big waves. Yeah. You like my MLive hat there? All right, so there we go. We'll keep you updated through the weekend. Main thing is, let's get through Sunday and try to avoid traveling on Sunday in that big wind. We'll keep you updated and get set for any sort of power outage, whatever you do with that. Get water, get gas in the generator if you have one, all of that good stuff. Thanks for joining me on the morning MLive weather update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.